Hello everybody, this is Brian Johnson with My Affiliate Programs, and it's Friday. And a whole lot of internet marketers have inbound links and linking on their mind. And you might ask why. Well, I'll tell you why. Because Google has opened one hell of a can of worms. And why is that? Well, because when the founders of Google sat down and they said, well, what should our algorithm be based on? In other words, how should we rank all these websites? They took basically the method of citation. When an author writes a book, let's say you write a book about web marketing, you might cite 10 other books and that you use as a reference. Maybe you cite one book that helped you with HTML. So you cite the HTML book. You cite another book based on visitor statistics and data mining and things like that. So then you cite that book as well. So then Google said, well, gosh, it's kind of like someone that knows a lot about a subject is recommending another reference, another book, another whatever. That must be pretty worthy. So they took that concept and then they said, let's base our algorithm on that. Let's say if a lot of people link to one website, that website must be pretty decent. And in theory, it really makes sense, and it is. But today, 10, 11 years after the guys that started thinking about how to rank web pages with Google, the web is so commercial. There is so much money at stake. Think of the companies that didn't even exist 10 years ago. Think of all the commercials you see every night with all the domain names. Think of all the one of them that comes to mind right now is William Shatner, Priceline Negotiator. I mean, they're hiring William Shatner. There's a lot of cash to be made online. So people that want to make this money, they're going in and they're saying, well, we need to rank well on Google. So they start hiring people like me or Sage Rock, who runs a SEO firm. And he posted a video today about Google. And I got an email about inbound links. And it's just a lot of stuff going on about linking. But so these companies like Priceline or any of the other travel companies or mom and pop stores that sell bed mattresses, or maybe they sell cell phones, or who knows what, they want to figure out how to rank for Google. So then people start saying it's inbound links. So then once that happens, it's only a matter of time before inbound links themselves become a commodity online. Now there's a lot of places to get links, so let's take a look at some of those places and let's talk about it a little bit. Like number one, well, directories, right? If you go to the Google Webmaster Facts, or Webmaster Guidelines rather, they'll tell you that, what you should do is submit your site to quality directories once you feel your site is ready. And they mention two directories. They mention DMOZ, which is got a lot of problems we'll talk about in a minute, and they also recommend Yahoo. Well, guess what? To get in the Yahoo directory costs $300. At the end of the day, it's a paid link. You have to pay money to get in the Google directory. Google has put value on that. Now, personally, that's fine. I think that makes sense. But at the same time, there's a lot of other ways you can go about it. So then let's also talk about the DMOZ. The DMOZ is a great resource and it's a great directory, but it's run by volunteers, and people have gotten into DMOZ and it's very corrupt. People have gotten into categories that they have sites in, and if you try to get a site in, you're just not going to get in because they understand the power of the DMOZ. It's gotten to the point where Shoe Money, have you guys heard of Shoe Money? He's the creator of Auction Ads. He's got a blog, and his blog is about internet marketing. He got an email demanding $5,000 or the removal of his site from the DMOZ. So that directory is corrupt as hell. And now there's these other websites online that broker links. They sell links. People can get paid to put links on their website, and then advertisers can come in and they can buy those links, and they they rent those links on a monthly basis. They pay the third-party company. The third-party company keeps a big chunk of the change, and then they pay the publishers that host the links for them. Google doesn't like that either. The only problem is links to commercial websites today, 70% of them, 60% of them, who knows what the number is, but so many of them are artificially, so many of those links are gained artificially. You know what I mean? I mean, basically, webmasters are going to email other webmasters asking for a link. That's not what Google had in mind. Google has this beautiful picture of someone finding this great resource and linking to it, and that happens all the time. There's no question about it. But so many links online today are there because people are trying to secure links. It's just part of the way it gets done today. So that's the big can of worms. So that's part one of the video today on linking. And I saw this video by Sage Lewis this morning, and he was talking about the problems that are arising and how people are really going to get smashed and get into trouble because of the artificial linking and boosting their rankings through artificial means. But really, I don't know how artificial it is. It's just the web is a very commercial entity. It's a commercial place that people do business, and people are going to look to get ahead. Now, that's part one. I'm going to make another video in a minute because there's just too much to talk about in these videos here. And then part two, we're going to address an email I received just like an hour ago from Dave, and Dave's asking about how I go about linking because it's so important. So we'll address that in a bit here, guys. Crazy. What are your thoughts on inbound links? Take care.